One of the greatest methods that I have found for making sure that you have very decent friends, partners, people that you choose to have close to you is to take things really slowly. Take regular pauses between times that you see that person and ask yourself, how do I feel when I'm with that person? For example, after an encounter when you went for a walk with someone that you're getting to know. Try when you get back home, checking in with your body, your mind, and your emotions to figure out what that experience was like. Reflecting on it. What shows up in your body? What sensations do you feel? Do you feel a nice lightness and fluttering of your heart? Or is it expansive and open? Check in with your emotions. Do you feel calm, peaceful, heard, validated, noticed? Do you feel invisible, angry, irritated? Then you come with the thoughts like, oh, that was so much fun. I had such a good time. I want to do that again. Or are you thinking, ugh, that drained the life force out of me. That's an hour and a half I'll never get back again. Another technique I suggest to my HSP clients is to not be available all the time. As HSPs, we naturally do because we need a lot of time on our own. That's how we recharge our batteries. So if this person is texting you constantly and then you notice that they're always wanting to be with you or somebody, anybody, that's not a good sign. You can also put boundaries on technology. You can check personal emails and texts 3 times a day, first thing in the morning, at lunch, before dinner, and then I turn the whole thing off. It's really up to you. But what I'm suggesting is that we need to give time and space for healthy relationships to grow. Unhealthy relationships usually go up in a puff of smoke very quickly because they weren't sustainable. What we're looking for, especially as highly sensitive people, is long-term relationships that we nourish and nurture, that grow closer and more heartwarming every day, slowly, over time. Ideally, we want people that are going to be with us in the long run. We're looking for people that are serious about being in our lives and aren't just going to jump in and jump out. And one of the authors in Why We Meditate calls this sensation of when we're feeling anxious and in a rush, speedy energy. I call that anxiety. For people in the West, it's usually anxiety. He says that we go over our own natural speed limits a lot. I really love that concept of going over your own speed limit. What I'm working on personally these days is to not go over my speed limit and to take more pauses and stretch out time to really enjoy feeling peaceful and centered and whole and grounded. I find that when I get caught up in that speedy energy, that I'm just not in my body and I'm not grounded and I don't make good decisions from that place. In terms of relationships, you will notice other people might have speedy energy as well, the person you're getting to know. Questions to ask yourself: what is it like being around that kind of energy? And how much is that person in the speedy energy in their lives on a daily basis? If it's just every so often, if they're really stressed out, that's one thing. But if they've always got that speedy energy and they're going really fast and pushing things and you feel rushed and pressured, that's not a relationship that you want to be in. We as HSPs need to go slow and steady, like a turtle. We actually have an internal set point for our energy as HSPs, which is very peaceful and very calm. People often say that we are soothing or calming. That's when we are centered and grounded within ourselves, not in that speedy energy. This is the place we want to hang out the most. And we want to hang out with people that have that calm energy, people that make you feel calm, peaceful, or happy and joyous. When I think of the loved ones that I keep dear in my life, they're all a little bit different. My husband, he just makes me feel calm and centered, and even he's so comforting to be around and soothing. I have a girlfriend who makes me happy and joyous. She's so fun and brings out that little child in me who loves to play. It's so wonderful being with her. I also have a couple of friends that I can just be totally honest with and tell them everything that's going on with me, the good, the bad, and the ugly. They can hold a space for all of it and love me exactly as I am and not judge me. It's just such a gift. It took me a long time to realize that I deserve to have friends that could hold a space for me. As a therapist, I chose this career. One of the main reasons was that I could be incessantly curious, because I am, about someone else and learn all about them and not have to be vulnerable and share about myself. And I'm learning later in life that I have a right to use my voice and be heard, and that I deserve to be listened to, and that I have really interesting stories and things to share, and that people want to hear them. That's one of the reasons I started this YouTube channel and podcast, was because in my work as a therapist, my clients actually don't know that much about me. So this gives me a venue to talk about myself a little bit if people are interested in my story.